Sorry, can you hear me? Yeah? Yes, sorry. Thank you again. It's a privilege to be here to introduce to you Yangsi Rinpoche, who is actually coming to Singapore for the very first time. So it's wonderful, and we hope that Rinpoche will come back again and again. So Yangsi Rinpoche was recognized as the reincarnation of Geshe Ngawang Gendun, a renowned scholar and practitioner from Western Tibet at the age of 6. Geshe Ngawang Gendun was one of the gurus of Lama Yeshe, the founder of FPMT. So Rinpoche was a resident teacher at Deer Park Buddhist Center in Madison, Wisconsin for 5 years and is currently the spiritual director of Ganden Shedrup Ling Buddhist Center in San Juan, Puerto Rico, and spiritual director of Dharma Friendship Foundation in Seattle, Washington. Rinpoche is also the author of Practicing the Path, a commentary on the Lamrim Chenmo, which was published in 2003 by Wisdom Publications. Thank you.
This is this is my first time to Singapore. I was living in South India, which is like 5 hours from here, South India. 3.5 hours for almost for like 18 years. Then, due to my karma, I went to so far. Okay, and you know it's very auspicious this time. Went to yesterday. Went to Buddha's Tit Relics Temple. Beautiful. And today here I'm in a Buddhist library. So I see Buddha today in the Dharma, and you all over here Sangha. So it's been beautiful. Very beautiful to see, all the great work. I think it's very important to Buddhists. We Buddhists have to be educated what Buddha taught. And actually today at the lunchtime I was with one professor, one American guy, and he studied so long time Buddhism. And really, he knows lots about Buddhism. He's just American guy from somewhere from East Coast. He knows lots about Buddhism. And not only Tibetan Buddhism, his knowledge in Buddhism is really, really wide. And he learned from Asian masters, Chinese, Japanese, Indian, Tibetan. And he have a genuine faith into the Buddha's teaching. I think that's so wonderful. And this, if you look at to him, we were having lunch together. He's regular American guy, but then once we're starting to talking, his knowledge is very profound. I think it's so basically this library here, I think is a really wonderful, 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 great temple. Okay, it's very, very important in Buddhism. I spent maybe like 12 years in America. Lots of well-educated community are really embracing Buddha's teaching. It is still very alive, and so I think that we as coming from Buddhist background, I think we have to really uh, pay attention very strongly in understanding Buddha's teaching. Uh, so anyway, I'm really happy to see the library here. I think it's really wonderful, beautiful. So my talk tonight, you know, how many of you have studied or you have exposure in a concept of emptiness? You know, so lots of, yeah. Okay. Well, I like to do is a disgust. I don't want to just saying things, and I want to maybe some of you can ask me question. I'll be like today. I'm in exam, I'm giving my examination. First time in Singapore, I'm giving my examination. So it's good to if you some of you ask some question. Okay, I really like to interacting. Okay, if I know the answer, I will do my best. If I don't know my answer, I'll say I'm sorry. Maybe I should call my teacher and try to find out the answer. Okay. But before we do that, I'll just give a short background according to my own understanding. Okay. Mm. The word shunya in Sanskrit is basically it means zero, huh? Something zero. In Tibetan, we say tongbanyi. How we say in Chinese? Tongbanyi. Kong. Kong. And really, if you look at it literally for the word, can create lots of confusion. In you know, just empty. Okay, so now if you take this terminology and trying to communicate with our day-to-day life people, they will think, what's going on? What you mean that? Or can misunderstood, or you're becoming very nihilistic. Okay. So here, I think is a very important. Is this word shunya or emptiness? Is this describing something, or is it answering something, or it is stating something? I think this is important to the word shunya. It is a describing something, or is the answer, or what's this? How this? You know, how this terminology or description or answer, I have no idea still what it is. The answer, it is the description, or what kind of in structure it came up. I think we should all explore. Okay, you know, we can have some kind of fixed idea what means emptiness, but I think still we need to get out from that fixed idea and need to be explored furthermore. Okay, so is the emptiness, or we can say view of emptiness, is trick for our mind, or it is a reality? Okay, this is my I'm today I'm my mood is to want to debate. I want to have a discussion anyway. So here I think this is you know, like there's a very intensive, you know, instruction into how to meditate in emptiness. And of course, you know, maybe will be too much tonight. But here, first, I think we need to understand what this terminology is communicating emptiness, and this considered as a very profound teaching of a Buddha. And Buddha's, like one of his, after 400 years later, Ayya Nagarjuna made a huge commentary into it, this concept of emptiness. Okay, then not only Ayya Nagarjuna, one of his disciples, Chantakiti, have a tremendous contribution into the view of a concept of emptiness. Then not only Chantakiti, Shantarashita, Kamalashila, those great Indian masters have a really wonderful, wonderful explanations. So now over here, for us, and also in some texts, this concept of emptiness is not kind of casual subject to discuss. Some text makes a restriction, to discuss this concept. Make sure the audience have such a qualification, and of course not only the audience, the speaker, he or she should have this qualification. Okay, today from speaker side, maybe all the breaking the law. I don't have any realization in the emptiness. Okay, I want to make that very clear. I started from great masters. That's my great karma. And since I growing up, I memorized so many texts with my teacher, my teacher pushing me, and this whole great that blessing that I carry. And I think based on that confidence, I can communicate a little bit about concept of emptiness. That's all. Within all of you, I don't know. Maybe some of you are reincarnation of a Chantakiti or reincarnation of Nagarjuna. Who knows? Maybe can be. So anyway. Now the first thing, avoiding nothingness, is very important. Emptiness doesn't mean nothingness. And meditation in emptiness doesn't mean nothingness. So that needs to be very clear. Nothingness, we don't want to waste our time to concept of nothingness. Okay, now there's something. Emptiness is describing something. Now emptiness is describing something here. Different masters in India have a slight different idea. What is that something? Okay. Nagarjuna, as I mentioned earlier, also there's one of the great Indian master called Baba Viveka. He have anyway, those great Indian Nalanda's masters have a way to understand this something. Emptiness is describing as something. They all, just before I go too much, how many of you have studied Buddhist philosophy? Very good. Very good. Let me say, how many of you study Madhyamikan philosophy? Okay. Next time I want to see all of you saying, all of us study Madhyamikan philosophy. Again,